My name is Lisa, a working wife who married Tully 6 months ago. Since we both work, Tully actively helps out with household chores. Despite our busy lives, we cherish our time together on weekends.
Lisa, I'm having lunch with the department head tomorrow, so I won't need a packed lunch.
Really? Maybe I'll just grab something from the convenience store then.
Thanks for making lunch every morning even though you're working too.
And thank you for always eating everything without leaving any leftovers. Tully always expressed his gratitude to me. Thanks to his kind and cheerful nature, we lived happily together. Before we knew it, 5 years had passed since our marriage. Despite various challenges, our tranquil life continued, and at the workplace.
So, is it okay if I ask Lisa to handle this company's documents?
Got it. If I finish that by 2 p.m., can I start on the next task right away?
Sure. Oh, but we're having cake at 3 p.m. for snack time.
Then let's work hard with cake as our goal. In this way, I was enjoying my work with my colleagues. One day, as I was walking my usual way home after work.
Lisa-san,
Oh, Noah. What a coincidence.
how have you been? Are you okay now?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
That's good then. All right. Wait here, I'll go buy something to drink.
Oh.
I'll be quick.
With that, Noah ran off to buy a drink. While I was waiting for him to return, a man wearing sunglasses suddenly approached me.
Excuse me for the sudden intrusion, but we are conducting a couples survey. Could I trouble you for a moment of your time? It'll be quick.
A couples survey?
Sorry to bother you, but I saw your wedding ring and decided to ask. We're gathering opinions on married life, things like that, especially about your relationship with your husband.
Actually, I haven't been able to see my husband for a while, so I'm hoping we can live together again soon.
Oh, is that so? Well then, moving on to the next question.
After answering a few more questions in what felt like a street interview, I was thanked and the encounter ended. Soon after, Noah returned, out of breath, with the drinks. Noah and I had a relaxing chat while sipping our drinks on the way home. A few days later, while I was relaxing at home, the doorbell rang.
Sorry to show up unannounced, but I am Agamemnon, an attorney.
An attorney? What can I do for you?
It's surprising to hear attorney, isn't it? Actually, I've handled cases involving high-profile celebrities and their affairs.
Is that so?
And the reason I'm here is...
Suddenly, a man in a suit claiming to be a lawyer visited my home. Noticing my surprise, Agamemnon continued to engage in one-sided small talk. However, feeling that this chatter was getting us nowhere, I decided to prompt him to get to the point. Excuse me, could we get to the main issue, please?
My apologies. Let me be direct. You are being sued for 5 million yen as compensation for infidelity by your estranged husband.
What? I've never cheated in my life.
Well, that's what someone who's cheated would say. What I'm telling you is a fact, and it would be troubling if you don't pay the required amount.
I really don't understand what you're talking about.
If you continue to deny it, this might lead to a lawsuit, you know?
A lawsuit?
Yes. Lawsuits can be lengthy and expensive.
But I haven't done anything to warrant a lawyer's involvement.
Anyway, I urge you to promptly pay the 5 million yen.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? My husband is.
Stop playing dumb. Taking advantage of living separately too. There are plenty of cheating housewives like you out there.
But I haven't done anything like that.
Don't think you can keep deceiving everyone. Facing a skilled lawyer. Telling such pathetic lies will only disadvantage you. We have evidence. Just admit it and pay the compensation.
Agamemnon, claiming to be a lawyer, suddenly demanded adultery compensation on behalf of Tully. However, I had never committed adultery and had no reason to be asked for such compensation. In my confusion, I decided to share a particular story with Agamemnon.
Do you have a complaint?
It's not a complaint, but what you're saying is impossible.
What? You're denying your affair.
Tully passed away 5 years ago. So, it's impossible for a compensation claim to come from Tully. That just can't happen.
Lying with such a dramatic story won't get you anywhere.
Then, do you still think I'm lying after seeing this memorial portrait?
That man in the photo. If he's your husband, then you must be cheating.
What? What do you mean? I still love Tully with all my heart. So, there's absolutely no way I would cheat on him, not in a million years.
Stop lying. There was a man you went home with after the couple's survey. You seemed quite close to him. That man must be your lover. No matter how much you try to hide it, I've seen you cheating with my own eyes.
The survey? I knew you looked familiar, you were there, weren't you?
Finally, you remember. But that's irrelevant. I saw you enter this house with that man.
Excuse me, you're misunderstanding something here.
What am I misunderstanding? Just admit it and pay the 5 million yen.
My husband Tully has passed away and isn't here anymore. Even though I explained this to Agamemnon, he refused to believe it and his attitude didn't change at all. Just when I was at a loss for words, Noah intervened.
What has this guy been saying all this time?
Ah, you're just the person I wanted. I was just talking about you.
What about me?
You've been hiding behind the man in this memorial portrait and having an affair with this woman in this house, haven't you? Pay up 5 million yen as compensation.
I'm not paying anything because I'm not having an affair.
Ha. So, you're saying you two conspired to cover up your affair, is that it?
Huh? First off, Tully was my brother.
Your brother. That makes it even worse if you're having an affair with your brother's wife.
Did you leave your imagination and understanding in your mother's womb?
I didn't forget anything. I told the woman I saw you entering this house.
That was just to light incense at the altar.
Incense?
Man, I would never make a move on my brother's wife, who he cherished more than anything.
Just because you don't want to pay doesn't mean you can lie about it.
Neither Noah nor I are lying.
I was officially hired by the person himself, so don't think you can get away with this.
Tully died in an accident, so it's impossible for him to have requested anything. I even showed you the memorial portrait. What more do I need to explain for you to understand?
I won't allow you to disrespect and exploit my brother's memory any further.
I was hired before he died, so it's not impossible.
Nonsense. My brother passed away 5 years ago. It's impossible.
5 years ago?
Moreover, a claim for compensation due to infidelity can only be made within 3 years after its discovery. Bringing up such a claim now, years later, is absurd.
Noah was incredibly angry as he spoke to Agamemnon. Yet, Agamemnon remained defiant.
I won't be fooled by such lies. I am a lawyer, you know.
The one lying is you, right? A professional lawyer dealing with the law wouldn't make such mistakes.
A lawyer? Huh, what are you talking about?
I'm saying, I'm a lawyer.
You're a lawyer? I haven't heard a word about that from this woman.
Why would I freely disclose personal details to someone I hardly know?
I announced I was a lawyer, so you should have too.
Enough! Can you stop this nonsense already?
What? Why are the police here? You calling the police on me suddenly is cowardly.
You were too suspicious and persistent, so I called them.
Hey, you fake lawyer. What are you doing? Oh, Noah's here, do.
Hey there.
What? You know each other?
She's my sister. Good timing, she's with the police.
So you've been accusing Lisa and Noah of having an affair, and demanded 5 million yen in compensation.
I just made a claim for compensation for adultery on a formal request.
Don't joke around. Tilly was also my dear brother, and you dare insult Tilly like this. I will never forgive you.
Yikes.
When and where were you asked to do this? Tell me.
I'm a lawyer. I have a duty of confidentiality. I can't say.
Are you still on about that? It was clear you were a fake lawyer when Noah arrived.
Ugh. Don't think I'll be easily caught just because the police are here. If you can catch me, then try to catch me.
Agamemnon remained defiant even after realizing Mia was a police officer.
Normally, when someone hears police, they get pretty scared, right?
Exactly. It's almost unbelievable how unapologetic he is.
Why wouldn't I be? I haven't done anything wrong, so I have nothing to fear.
Speaking so righteously. You're not accustomed to being arrested, are you? Some people are experienced, they know what to expect, so they don't get scared or dislike being arrested. You seem to be one of those types.
So you're the textbook example, huh?
Is it okay for police or lawyers to be this disrespectful?
We're just stating the truth, there's nothing disrespectful about it.
Shut up, you just need to pay me the 5 million yen.
There's no need to pay anything. Who would pay 5 million yen for a lie they know is a lie? Don't expect things to go your way just because you're facing the police.
What the hell? Just because you're police doesn't mean you can boss me around.
That's my line. You're the one trying to deceive people and acting all high and mighty.
She's right. How can you be so brazen?
You're the fools. Sneaking around makes you look more suspicious.
So, you're admitting that your claim of being a lawyer and the compensation demand are both lies, right?
I never said that.
You've practically confessed by denying your credentials.
If you're a real liar, tell us which law firm you're with.
I'm not affiliated with any firm.
Then how did Tully find and hire you?
That was just a chance encounter.
Still going on with this story.
Even in this situation, Agamemnon persisted in claiming he was a lawyer.
Enough already, don't you think? There's been an increase in scams where people falsely claim to be lawyers and demand compensation.
What does that have to do with me?
People like you can be arrested on the spot, so you better be prepared.
Shut up. I have my own way of doing things. I don't need to be lectured.
Mia and Noah aren't just lecturing you.
Then what are they doing?
They're expressing their concerns as a police officer and a lawyer because what you're doing is wrong.
Police and lawyers wouldn't take on work that doesn't pay.
They don't work with that mindset. They've helped many people.
While arresting terrible criminals like you.
Ha! That's a given for the police.
Don't dodge the issue just because it's uncomfortable.
Lisa's right. What you're doing is despicable.
Yes. You were about to drag an important family through the mud.
Ugh. I don't have to care about someone who's no longer here. After all, he's a stranger to me. Your fervor doesn't affect me.
You regret those words, but it'll be your own fault.
We won't forget what you've said today, ever.
Mia and Noah, visibly enraged by Agamemnon's words, seemed ready to take action. Agamemnon finally realized just how angry they were.
I'm going to arrest you now.
What? Arrest? Why am I being arrested?
For attempting to deceive people and extract money, even from a lawyer like me.
That's ridiculous. That's just like making false accusations. If you're going to say that, show me the evidence. Accusations without evidence mean nothing.
I was right next to you listening, and Noah is a lawyer, so he can't give false testimony.
How can you trust the testimony of someone so close to the matter?
Shut up. Using Tully's name is the most unforgivable part.
Yikes!
That's what my sister and I are most angry about. You even made Lisa sad. Don't you get it? There are many people out there suffering because of people like you.
But that's just...
It's clear who's in the wrong here. I will never forgive you.
I get it. I understand what you're saying. Just calm down, and let's not talk about arresting me this time.
There's no this time.
But you're a lawyer, right? Can't you defend me a bit?
You think I'd defend you in this situation?
I was wrong. I apologize for trying to use your husband. So please.
An apology won't suffice. You need to atone for your crimes properly.
Wait, so am I really getting arrested?
I've been telling you that.
I'll testify not just as a lawyer but also as a person who was almost victimized.
Please, I'll apologize for the rest of my life. Just forgive me.
I will never forgive you. Remember the gravity of your crimes and atone for them. Thus, Agamemnon was arrested on the spot by Mia. It turned out he had numerous other crimes, and as soon as the news broke, a flood of complaints came pouring into the police. Agamemnon became a topic of discussion in public, and detailed personal information about him was exposed online. Even if he returned to society, people who remembered his actions would view him with disdain, and exaggerated rumors might spread as if in a game of telephone. He might face scorn or be looked at with suspicion just when he thought people had forgotten. Upon re-entering society after serving his time, such a tragic fate awaited him. Agamemnon lived his life in fear of this bleak future. Meanwhile,
Lisa Chan, thank you for always keeping Tully's altar so clean.
no problem. Tully was actually quite particular about cleanliness.
Now that you mention it, he was oddly meticulous in some weird ways.
Even though he'd leave his clothes lying around or drop books everywhere after reading them, he'd actually clean up the dust and such on his own.
Well, I never knew Tully did any cleaning.
Brother loved Lisa so much, maybe he wanted to be praised by you.
Since that incident, our lives have continued as if nothing had happened. In fact, Noah and Mia visit our house every month on the anniversary of Tully's passing to light incense for him. As usual, we share fun stories and laugh together, a lot. It always feels as if Tully is there with us in those moments. I suspect Mia and Noah might feel the same way. None of us speaks about it, but I believe we all feel it in our hearts. Tully is always smiling in our memories. Until the day we meet again, I've decided to live joyfully and smile for Tully, making the most of every moment. If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.